Hello everyone and happy Monday. It's Lindsay here with another jewelry video for you. I do have an America's Thrift Supply 5-pound jewelry bag that I'm going to open this evening. I haven't done one of these in a few weeks and I've had this sitting here, so I thought I would open it. These are available every Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern on the America's Thrift Supply website. If you are new to my channel, I'm a part-time reseller. I sell here on YouTube, also Poshmark and The RealReal, and I post videos Mondays and Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern of unboxings. I will be offering another bonus sale video this week. I'll probably drop that on Wednesday. Those new in-box shoes that I had talked about a couple times, those should be here by then. I do have some more purses and I may throw in some sterling silver as well. So keep an eye out for that notification. I'm going to try to get that ready for Wednesday. If there's anything from tonight's video that you're interested in purchasing, please send me an email and I'll get you out a PayPal invoice. Just make sure to include your mailing address if you're a first-time customer. So let's go ahead and get this open. I think they do send an invoice in it so I can see when I ordered it. And they did send an invoice. I ordered it on August 15th, so I've had it about a month. They are $34 when you use the code Kristen to save 15%. And then you are charged $9.99 shipping as well. So it's around $44 all in for a 5-pound mystery jewelry bag. So here is a first look. I am seeing like a large kind of seed necklace and some beads. I don't think my last one was all that great, but you definitely never know what you're going to get. I have gotten some great ones in the past. So let's go ahead and get this open and we will dive in. All right, so I just cut a hole in the bag and we'll grab out, maybe let's do these large ones, get those out of the way first. And I'll see if I need to raise up the camera to get these in. Now this one is not a seed. These are kind of weighty. I don't think they're glass or anything, but like a heavy plastic with a silver tone clasp, a little bit of wear on the clasp and extender. And it definitely needs a wipe down. They are a metallic graduated purple beaded necklace. So overall it's in good shape. We'll do $3 on that one. And then this one, I've never seen one in this color, but they look like those nut necklaces that you get, I guess in Hawaii maybe. So that's kind of cool. It's got brown and yellow if those were a school color, and they are all knotted in between. So it's in very good condition. We'll do $2 on that one. And we have another large beaded necklace here. It looks like the clasp is silver and gold tone. And it has these graduated plastic beads in a beige, tan, and green color. And this is really dirty. So I don't know if some of those marks will come off, but it needs a really good cleaning. So I will just put this one into craft and sell it as is for $1. It is nice, but it definitely needs to be spruced up a bit. But the beads are in good condition. So we've got that, and in here looks like are some earrings. And these are post back earrings, kind of like a brass tone that look like a button. And there's a couple other pairs that are stuck to it. And I don't see any markings on those, and I don't know if that is intentional wear or not. So we'll just do $1 on those. And these are pretty. They have like an inlaid kind of turquoise. I wonder if those could be sterling possibly. It looks like they're tarnished. They are magnetic, so they're not sterling, but they definitely give kind of a Taxco vibe. I did have a pair of Taxco that are in a star shape, I believe. So we'll just do $1 on those. And then a couple random backers. And these are cute. They're little L studs. And they're really tiny. They are magnetic also. I should probably keep those, but I'll offer them for sale. We'll just do two of both of the studs here for $1. They're really small. So 2 for $1 on those. And then these have like a fleur-de-lis on them, and again, a brass tone. So if you want those, we'll just include them with these and do 2 for $1 on those. So let me get those out of the way. It's nice that they packaged them together so I can keep track of them. Move that out of the way. And we do have another large necklace here. These feel like wooden beads, and it says made in Taiwan. And this one also needs a cleaning, but it's in pretty good condition. We'll do $3 on that one. I think it's brand new on the wood bead necklace. And next up is a cuff bracelet with a animal print. This is just plastic, and there is some scratching on it. It is a little bit pliable. We'll just do $1 on that one. It does show quite a bit of wear. So I'm going to put that one into craft. We have a stretch bracelet here. That'll just be in craft for $1. Those are plastic beads. And this is really pretty. I think they are just plastic, but a beautiful faceted pink. And then there are silver tone spacers in there. And then there are some rhinestones. And it looks like everything is present on that. We'll do $3 on that necklace. It is very pretty. And we have this stretch bracelet here. These are faux pearl, and this is heavy, so possibly glass on those. And it is really chunky pearls. So we'll do $3 on that one. That's in nice condition and really good stretch. And our next piece is another chunky necklace. And these are like a clear, they're kind of cloudy, but clear beads, and then black. And there is wear on that, some paint loss. So on this one, I'm just going to put that into craft for $1. And that'll go into craft for $1, little stretch bracelet. And we do have this bracelet here. It has kind of mixed silver with like a rope chain, and then just plain silver. This is really in good condition, very pliable. I believe it's just silver tone, but it's not magnetic. So I'm going to check that. Oh my gosh, you guys, I totally did not see that this bracelet was marked. And it's going to be hard to show on camera, but it is marked on these bars here. 925 Thailand, and I believe it was MWS. So I'm not sure who the maker is, but I believe that this is sterling. So let's go ahead and test this. I have not tested it yet. Let's get a scratch on the little ball here. And then I guess we'll also do one on the actual bracelet as well. So let's go ahead and test this. That is amazing. I totally missed those markings, so I'm so glad I took a second look at it and made sure that I wasn't missing anything. So yes, this is sterling, 925 Thailand. A beautiful piece, and it's in excellent condition. And let's go ahead and weigh that and see how many grams this is. And I just want that to zero out. These scales are real temperamental. And let me turn off my light just so that we don't have that reflection there. And that is on 0 now. And let's take a look. Wow, 42 grams of sterling silver on that bracelet. That is amazing. So I'm going to put a price on the screen for that one. But wow, this box is off to a great start. My emotions are not going to be super high on this in the beginning because I didn't know it was sterling when I was filming it. But let's continue with the unboxing. And I think these are 2 different necklaces. So this is kind of coming apart. It's just on this fabric, but really pretty plastic beads. That'll be $1 in craft. And then we have this here. I'm not sure what that's supposed to be. If it's supposed to be some kind of bracelet, but it's definitely too short for a necklace. And these are just plastic. We'll put that in craft also for $1. All right, so I was thinking this could be a brooch, but I don't see any pin on it. It looks like there was a pin, but it's missing. It's broke off, and we are missing a stone. So that will be in craft for $1, but it's really pretty. And we have this necklace here, silver tone, and a really nice pearl on there. And I don't see any markings on that one. It just kind of comes down into this Y. It is a double strand chain. And then there is some really cool texture on that pearl. So a really nice piece. It seems to be in good condition. It's magnetic. We'll do $3 on that necklace. And we have this stretch bracelet here with a little horse on it. It's in good condition. We'll just do $1 on that one. Since it's wearable, I'm not going to move it into craft, but it'll just be $1. And we have this cross pendant here. It looks like there is a little bit of copper coming through. But it is pretty with the faceted rhinestones, and I think everything is present on it. And the front of it looks to be in good condition. Just a little bit of copper coming through on the back. So we'll do $3 on that. It's a nice size. And up next here, we have this pearl necklace. And it looks like the clasp is broken. So that may be able to be repaired. I'm not sure. And those are just faux pearl, and then it does come down into this nice little pendant. You could even take that off and put it on something else, and it looks like this is marked. It is Roman, so it looks to be vintage. Beautiful pendant, and I wonder if that doesn't even go on it, because the pearls are different colors. This is like a opalescent, and these are white. And then I believe, yeah, you could just take that right off. So I would probably just put that on a different necklace. So we'll do $3 on this, and I'll include the pearls, but you may want to use that on a different necklace. That's pretty. And next we have this kind of wired wrapped doodad. I don't know exactly what this is. It's missing a stone. That'll be in craft for $1. And we got a lot of seed bead items here. And this is a bracelet, it looks like, that's all stretched out. That'll be in craft. Some nice gold tone and some really neutral tone beads. That'll be $1. And we do have a little hair clip here. We'll do $1 on that with the AB rhinestones. It's missing a stone, so I'm going to put that in craft. And then we have this seed bead necklace, I believe. So it is on this ribbon cord, and then it goes down into the layered seed beads. And the ribbon cord seems to be in okay condition, a little wear on the clasp. And these are very pretty beads. I don't know if it was damaged there or if that's how it's supposed to be. Kind of copper tone and gold tone. And we might be missing some beads. But it's still in wearable shape. We'll just do $2 on that if anybody would like that one. And we have these earrings here. These are really pretty. And I don't see any markings on them. And they are not magnetic. I'll just give them a scratch and check them over. We'll do $2 on those. Very elegant looking. And this is some kind of pin, it looks like. And oh, that's a little cat. And his tail almost looks like a moon. And it's got the pin back, and I think there is a mark on this one. It is Avon. So we'll do $2 on that one. I don't know if I'm going to have a backer for the pin. So I'll have to look around for that, but otherwise it'll just be as is. But he is adorable. And that's a pretty cool earring there. And this one looks like a pendant. I don't really see how that opens, so you may just thread it through. And I believe this one is Premier Designs. Maker's mark is kind of difficult to make out, but it's really pretty with the two-tone metal. And it is magnetic. Let's do $3 on that one. That is nice. And we have another stretch bracelet. This one's pretty stretched out. So that one will go into craft for $1. And then this is kind of broken. That'll go in craft for $1. And this is a neat bracelet, kind of like a Lee Sand style, with a faux abalone and just plastic. And then the layers of beads, and the stretch is pretty good on that one. Very interesting piece. It just needs a little bit of a cleaning. We'll do $3 on that one. That is really cool. And next we have this one, maybe a child's necklace, I'm not sure. Very short, and those are just faux pearls. We'll just do $1 on that one. It seems to be in okay condition, but it's very, very small. And we do have this strand of plastic beads with this tube. It may be coming apart there, and there is some chipping to the coating, so that'll just be in craft for $1. And we have this heavy chain. And this one looks like it is broken. It would need another clasp put on, but otherwise it seems to be in pretty good shape. I don't see any markings on it. We'll just put that in craft for $1. A lot of metal there. And that one we'll put in craft also for $1. And these wooden beads will go into craft. This is an unbranded necklace that was marked for $5. There is some metallic blue and gunmetal and those little charms. And there's some fuzz, but it seems to be in okay condition. It has a magnetic clasp on it, which is nice. It makes it easy to get on and off. We'll do $3 on that one. It seems to be in okay shape. And this necklace is actually very pretty. Look at the detail on this bar here. It almost looks like a butterfly or something like that. And really, really nice. So this definitely looks vintage. There is some discoloration back here on the screw barrel clasp, but it seems to be functioning. So I'm going to do a Google search of that one and see if I can find out any info on this, and I'll put a price on the screen. But that is really special. Another earring. We got a loose bead for craft. And this one's similar to that horse. So we'll just do both of those for $2 if you want those stretch bracelets. And we have another stretch bracelet here. I'm just going to put that one into craft. The stretch is a little stretched out. And we have this earring that's missing something, but a pretty cool piece. I don't see any markings on it. That'll be in craft. This will be in craft. Ooh, we have this really chunky stone piece, which looks nice. All right, so I got this chunky blue stone necklace on Tangled. I think it's just like a heavy acrylic, but they're meant to look like slices of agate, I believe. And it's got a gold tone chain with an extender. And this one is marked. Let me see the brand. It is Bobble Bar. So that's a good item. It looks to be in good condition. A beautiful color. So that is a nice piece. And it was tangled up with some dainty chains. So let's see what we have in that mix here. First up is a initial A necklace. And there is a little charm on the end. Let me see what that says here. It says TAI. That is a pretty good brand. And it does have the initial A. There's quite a bit of discoloration. The pendant is all silver. And then the chain seems to be okay, but the pendant and the clasp are silver. So I wonder if this could be sterling with a gold plate on it. I'm going to look into that, and I'll put a price on the screen with some information. And if anything is sterling, I will test that and insert that footage in. And we do have something here with Swarovski gems. So we'll see what necklace that belongs to. So let me get this out of the way here. So it wasn't this one. So definitely a lot of copper coming through there on the little ring. But the chain is pretty. It's like a twisted chain that gives a lot of shine. And then comes down into these faceted beads. And the stone here. So very pretty. But it does have wear. We'll do $3 on that one. That's a nice piece, really neutral colors. And we have this bracelet here. This is pretty cool with all the shells. And it fits nice and snug on the wrist. So it's shells and like wooden beads. So very cool. Let's do $5 on that one. That is a really cool piece. It's very heavy. And just a little bit left here. Let me go ahead and dump out our bag. All right, we have a stretch bracelet here. This actually matches, I think, one of the necklaces that we looked at earlier. Yeah, so we were doing $3, and then it has a matching stretch bracelet. So we'll do both of those for $3. It's a nice little set. We have an earring here that's marked. That is another Roman piece. And a gorgeous earring. That actually matches that bow. It's really dirty back there. It needs a good cleaning. But that matches that little pendant that was on the pearl. It's got the opalescent and the stones. That is gorgeous. So we have a adjustable slider bracelet here. We'll just do $1 on that. It's got the little cross charms. And another one of these, we'll just put that in craft. It says Taylor Smith on it. That'll be $1. And this is a really pretty necklace. It's got like some opalescent and pink opalescent. We're missing a stone there. And I think this necklace did have matching earrings. So there's the earrings there. They do need a cleaning. No branding on this one. And we are missing a stone. So if anybody would like this set, we'll just do that whole set for $2. It's very pretty, but it needs a cleaning, and we are missing at least one of the stones. So $2 on that. We have this bracelet here. We'll just do $1 on that. I'm going to put it into craft. It has some peeling there. That'll be $1 in craft. We have this one. This is similar to the pearl bracelet, really heavy. And it looks like it might be a blue. It's hard to tell in that lighting. We'll do $2 on that. And then there is this one. So that is like metallic faux pearls. And then let me get this other one out here. So I think we were doing $3. If anybody would like the set of 3, we could do all 3 for $5. If you would like the set of the chunky stretch bracelets, they all kind of go together. And we have that beautiful earring. We did get a match to the Roman earrings. And all the stones are there. And beautiful opalescent pearl. So they do need new backers and a good cleaning back there. And actually this post is pretty loose. So I wonder if somebody tried to glue it and that's what all that residue is. So these would be better as just a crafting piece, but they're gorgeous. Let's do $2 on those. And we have a pair of earrings in this bag. And they are really dirty and gunky on the hooks. I think these are just faux pearl and they are magnetic. Those will just be in craft for $1. And we do have this ring here with a druzy stone. And this is just costume. It looks to be in okay condition though. And that one is coming in at about a size 6, 6 1/4. We'll just do $2 on that one. And we do have matching earrings to that bracelet and necklace set. So if you want to add the earrings too, we'll do that whole set, the necklace, the earrings, and the bracelet for $5. That is very pretty. And we have another ring here. And I believe this one is just costume also. And it's got like a pale blue stone on it. And let me just double check. I don't think there's any markings on there. Yeah, and there's a lot of wear on the inside of the band. So we're just going to do $1 on that one. And that is also coming in about a 6. So we'll just do $1 on that. And we do have a bit of a tangle, I believe. We did get a match to these earrings. These are really cool. And It looks like there is a chip of paint missing there. So those will go into craft for $1, but I do believe those are glass. So really neat. So let me work on this tangle and see what we can come up with. So first up we have this silky gold tone chain, and then it does have that knot detail. This is really elegant looking. And this is Loft, and it's in really good condition. There's a little knot on the extender, but otherwise it looks really good. We'll do $4 on the Loft. That is gorgeous. Very classy. That would look awesome with like a navy blue blazer. And then we had this beaded necklace, and there is some tone loss on there. So that one we'll just put in craft for $1. It does have some peeling of the paint, and it also might be missing something down there. So that'll be $1. All right, and next up I have this gorgeous necklace. And it has gold tone metal. And these rhinestone little spacer balls on there. And then I guess that's the bottom. I don't know if it's missing something there or if that's how it's supposed to be, but it's very pretty. We'll just do $2 on that one. It's just plastic, but it is in nice condition. I'm just not sure what's going on with the very bottom of it. Next we have this necklace, beautiful brown faceted beads and that stone pendant there. Really gorgeous, very dainty. Would make a nice stacker necklace. We'll do $3 on that one. That is nice. Next up we have this little brooch, and it looks to be an older piece. And I don't know if something is broke off of there or if it's also supposed to be a pendant and that's how it's opened, but it just needs a little bit of a wipe down. Otherwise it's really pretty. We'll do $3 on that one. All right, and next we have this necklace, silver tone with an extender, and it has the cross pendant there with all the stones present. And it is in nice condition. We'll do $3 on that one. Very pretty. Our next piece is this fleur-de-lis pendant necklace on a cord, and I'm just going to take that off. I don't know if it even belongs on this piece, so I'm just going to remove that. And it does have a long extender there, and this one is marked. It says VCLM. I don't know if that's Volcom. I'll look that up. We'll do $3 on it, and if I can find out the brand, I'll put that there. But it's a cool pendant, and the cord is in okay condition, but you could certainly swap it out. Next up, we have this little necklace with this pendant here, just super simple. There's a lot of tone loss. We'll just put that in craft for $1. And next up, we have this bar necklace with these blue stones. Really pretty. Kind of looks like a chalcedony color. And it's on gold tone metal. I don't see any maker's mark on that one. But really nice. We'll do $3 on that one. That's a beautiful piece. And there's this necklace here. This is came unknotted, so I'm just going to put that into craft for $1. And we have this leaf necklace with the beautiful pastel stones. And it looks like all of them are there. And just a little bit of wear on it. We'll do $2 on that one. It is pretty. And our next piece is this long layered necklace. It is pretty twisted up, and it actually goes like this. So a lot of copper coming through on the little ends and the extender. So that one we'll just put in craft for $1. And this is what I'm working with still here. There's a lot of dainty chains that are in the mix. So this is going to take some work to get out. All right, I think we made some progress. And this is marked Judith Jack. And it is the one that had the tag on it that says made with Swarovski marcasite. And it is a beautiful chain. The chain is in great condition, very dainty. I did get all the knots out of that one, but it looks like there is some tarnish along the pendant, but I think we have all the marcasites present. So I'm going to do some research on that one. I will also test it on camera. So I'm just going to move that aside, and I'm going to put that in a separate bag so we don't need to re-untangle it, but that is a great item. And then that was tangled in with this pineapple necklace. And the pendant on it is really nice. I don't see any markings on the actual necklace though. And it is magnetic. So on this one, I'm just going to put it into craft for $1 because it does have a couple knots on the chain. But it's super pretty, and I will put that one in a separate bag as well. And then we did have this necklace with the 2 rings on it. And this definitely has tarnish. And this one is marked. And it looks like this one is marked 925 as well. I don't see any other branding markings on it, but again, a very dainty chain. And this one does have 1 knot in it that I'm going to work on. And then there was this cord in here. This actually may have went with this pendant. It says love on it, and it's this little bottle, and I think it's a double layer necklace, and the metal color really matches with this, so I think this is what it does belong to. So we'll put that back on here. So we'll do $2 on that one. And then we did have this chain in the mix. This is broken. And this is not magnetic. So if it did break off of something, it may have had a marking on this piece. So I'm going to move that aside, and I'll bring that out when we test everything and see if that could possibly be something. And I still have a little bit more in this tangle, so I'm going to see what else I can get out. All right, we got another necklace here. And this one I don't see any markings on. It does have this floral pendant. And it's actually a little flower and a wishbone. That's really sweet. And this one's not magnetic, the clasp is, but the actual necklace isn't. And this does look like it could be sterling, so I'm going to check that one out closer, and I'll bring that one back out as well. All right, so I've pulled out all of the sterling silver that I wanted to test, and we're going to go ahead and insert that here. Let me turn my ring light on. The first thing, I did not see any markings on this one. I'm going to double check it a little bit better. But definitely at least the pendant seems like it could be sterling. It's got a clover, a horseshoe, and a wishbone. Really pretty. And then it is on this chain. So we'll go ahead and test the pendant and the chain. And see if that could potentially be sterling silver. So the chain is not sterling. That's coming through copper. But it looks like that pendant could be, and it did give a really nice scratch on that. I will go ahead and just put the acid on that, but that definitely looks like it's just silver tone. So yes, the little pendant is sterling. So let's do $8 on this. I'll include the chain, but it's only the pendant that's sterling, but that is so beautiful. Really love that. So let me get that wiped off, and then I want to test the other pieces here. So next up we had this necklace, and this one is just going to be sold as is. It does have a little knot in it, And then it has the mixed metal rings. And this one was marked 925. So we'll get a test of the chain. Definitely a lot of tarnish on that. And then on the rings there, that definitely gave a good scratch. So I do think this is sterling. And I'm just going to do another once over on that one to see if I see any maker's mark. And I will put a price on the screen for that one. But yes, those are both sterling. And that one was marked on the little hang tag on the chain. So that is fantastic. And then we did have this other chain here that was broken. And it's not magnetic. So we're going to go ahead and test that one. It's possible if it was marked that the piece that was marked came off. But let's just see what the tester says. Yes, that is definitely sterling. So this, unfortunately, is just going to be scrap. But it is a beautiful chain and in really nice condition. So let me just switch that off here. And that is coming in just shy of 5 grams. So excellent that we got some more sterling. And then the final item that I'm going to test is the Judith Jack. And I did have to remove that little tag from it, but I will include that with the necklace. So again, there's a little bit of tarnishing definitely on the pendant. But there she is. And there is a marking on the pendant as well. I don't know if I looked at both of the markings. That just has the Judith Jack symbol and 925. And then on the chain, it was actually marked JJ for Judith Jack. I have only gotten this brand one other time. But yeah, this says JJ and 925 on the chain. So let me go ahead and test the pendant and then also the chain. And I'm going to look those up and I will put prices on the screen for that. So that is the pendant and that is the chain. So yes, both are coming in sterling. Let me get a little bit better scratch on the pendant. I think it's definitely time that I need to get a new stone. This one I think is getting a little bit worn out. But yes, there's a better scratch there, and that is lighting up blue. So what an awesome box. So I'm going to get this put away, and we'll continue with the remaining items. All right, let me look at these necklaces, and then I have just a couple more pieces in another tangle. So first, we have this Girl Power gold tone necklace. And this chain does have an extender, very dainty. And it seems to be in good shape. I don't see any markings on it. It is slightly magnetic, so it might be gold plated. We'll do $3 on that. That is a nice stacking necklace. And I will put a bag on that so it will stay untangled. And we have this pendant necklace here. And that's pretty. It kind of looks like a Kendra Scott mixed metal. And there's no markings on it. We'll just do $2 on that one. It does show a little wear. And then we had this beaded necklace. And it looks like somebody might have added an extender on this because that is all silver tone. And the rest of it is gold tone, but beautiful faceted beads. I think they're just acrylic, but everything is in good condition other than that. So we'll do $2 on that one. And then this is an earring. We did get a match to that, actually. We did get an Alex and Ani bracelet that was in the Tangle. And that has a lotus flower. And it does have some wear, but overall it's not too bad. We'll do $3 on that one. And there was something here in this plastic bag. So let's take a look at this. And this is a set. Really nice. Seed beads, and then it does have a feather pendant and a screw barrel clasp. There's a little bit of tarnish back there. And then it does have matching earrings. It almost looks like that could be homemade. Really nice. And it is magnetic. So on that set, let's do $4. That is really pretty. So let me just bag that back up. And then in terms of earrings, we did have these, like a black tone feather. They just need a bit of a cleaning, but overall they look pretty good. We'll do $2 on those. And this necklace was in the Tangle. It has a ring on it. And it looks like it was a rose gold. There is some discoloration. And I don't see any markings on it. But yeah, I would say there's a little bit of discoloration on the chain. So on that one, we'll just do $2. It is pretty. Okay, so I think there are 3 necklaces that are still in the Tangle here. There is this necklace that's still on a chain. I don't know if it's possibly broken. And then there is a loft necklace here. And there is this pretty stone, like a druzy. And there is this really cute, it's got a mirror and the little flower and bow. And I believe that's a Claire's necklace. And really nice faceted beads on this portion. So I think it just needs to be reconnected. And then whatever is on this braided cord. So there's at least 3 necklaces there. I'm not sure of the condition, but I'm just going to sell this Tangle for $3 if anybody would like to grab that up. I will just sell that all together. So I'll put that in a separate bag. And let me just take a quick look at the earrings. I think the rest were all singles. And this earring is marked KS, so possibly a Kendra Scott on that, but we don't have the match, unfortunately. But that is so cute. So I'm going to put that aside, and then the rest of them I'm going to put in the craft bag. So we'll do the Tangle for $3. And then I want to bag up the separate necklaces so they don't get tangled, the real dainty ones. And then a few pieces I will insert throughout the video that I'm going to test. So overall, I am really happy with the Judith Jack. And then we had a couple other possible sterling items. So overall, this was a really good bag. A lot of craft, but that's really what this is intended for. And it is a treasure hunt. You never know what you're going to get. But overall, it was pretty good. So let me know what your thoughts were about this one. And I'll see you back very soon on another video. Make sure you have your bell notification active. So if I throw in a sale this week, you'll be notified when that is. I'm going to try to drop one on Wednesday. So take care, and I'll see you soon.